You kind of get that tickling in your throat and a little bit of coughing, and then you see the fish lying around.
We know that feeling all too well here in Southwest Florida when red tide blooms, but there's something happening on Fort Myers Beach that's stopping people in their tracks.
I've never seen that.
They're very, very creepy. Oh, wow. Almost like prehistoric.
Dozens of these eels, along with fish and even jellyfish, are washing ashore. So is it red tide, or does Hurricane Ian have something to do with it?
NBC2's Gage Goulding is local tonight on Fort Myers Beach, searching for answers along the sand.
Take a walk on Fort Myers Beach, and it might be just as hard not to step on one of these than it would be seashells. Look, we're no strangers to fish washing ashore, right? But eels and jellyfish, they aren't as common, but the cause is.
Yeah, they're very, very creepy.
I'm not afraid of snakes, but I've never seen anything like that.
It looks like a snake, maybe even scarier. Its eyes and mouth wide open as it lies among seashells on the sand. Eels, dozens of them littering Fort Myers Beach, along with fish, including the jelly variety.
Yeah, that's really bad.
We know that red tide can result in massive fish kills, but what about eels?
You don't see them swimming around like fish, but they're out there in pretty good numbers.
Rick Bartleson is a research scientist at the Sanibel Captiva Conservation Foundation. He studies water as well as why and how creatures can end up in situations like this.
Eels are very susceptible to the red tide.
Just like fish, red tide suffocates the animals, leaving them unable to breathe. But unlike fish, eels don't run away per se.
They just head for their burrows.
As for the crown jellyfish, red tide isn't likely to blame here. Bartleson says strong onshore winds and currents push the jellies ashore. Those onshore winds also make red tide more noticeable for people on the beach.
I said to my husband, I said, I think red tide's real close because I'm getting that feeling that I'm going to be like coughing and choking for the next 10 minutes, and I did.
Just like those red tide blooms, the itchy throat sensation comes and goes. Wednesday evening was good. Seemingly overnight could be bad.
Last year, I think I minded it worse than this year.
If you or your pets are worried about getting in the water, it's always best to play it safe. But Bartleson says for the most part, you, me, and Mishla will be just fine.
I'd rather just stand here and look at the waves, appreciate the waves.
Reporting local tonight on Fort Myers Beach, Gage Goulding, NBC2.